Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. So today's topic is what will unlock your true power. I was originally going to just do an energy check-in video, but I felt that this, for some reason, was more relevant to the time that we're in. When I'm posting this, it's towards the end of the year. It actually is 11/22, which is a very powerful number. I'm sure there's more to it, but I'm not really good with astrology. So that's what I'm going to be checking in. So what I mean by what will unlock your true power, this could mean anything. This could mean actions that you can take, blockages to look at, things to meditate on, or just knowledge. I'm sure that I'll be surprised as usual with these types of readings. So that is what I'm going to be looking into. And we have the 4 different groups here. I may add a 5th timestamp if you want to jump ahead to the selections when I show you each one, because I just want to talk a little bit in this introduction, which I usually don't do, because I'm guilty of this myself, where I'll watch a tarot video and I will just completely skip the intro to get to the messages, which is an impatient thing to do, but I completely understand. Obviously, I've done this, but I think I'm going to start adding an introduction at least to some of my videos, because I always want to rush through it, and I don't want to rush things anymore. I just want to be more present, especially with the collective. One thing that I wanted to say was that I am working on either one big video or a bunch of smaller informative videos on how to do tarot. It's been something that I've been working on for a while, but I really struggle with doing these informational videos because there's a lot involved. It's a lot of information to organize. I typically teach better when I am just going with the flow in a natural environment. But when I start to have to sit there and make sure that everything is included, I tend to get into that perfectionistic type of energy, and it's really actually frustrating. So I've been stalling on that, even though I've been developing it consistently for the last several weeks. I've been having a really difficult time with filming it and with finding the flow that I want to get into it. That is actually why I don't post more informational videos. I would love to do a how-to video every single week, and maybe a compromise might be doing it live. I have no idea. But that is something that I've been working on. And I know I haven't posted for my writing channel for a long time. I just completely got diverted because of some other stuff. And again, I've been wanting to get back into it, but I just get stuck in that pattern where I just want it to be completely perfect. And I end up not posting anything. So I know that that's a problem. I just want to push past that, because what is more important to me is sharing the knowledge with you guys, sharing the information, knowledge with you guys, whether it's the writing or the tarot or psychic development. So I think I'm going to try to just push through it and get as many videos as I can out on a consistent basis. So I'll see what happens. If you guys have any recommendations for what I just mentioned, feel free to comment about that. And another thing that I wanted to mention is that we're reaching the ending part of the year. And as all of you obviously know, it's been a really tough year. With the worldwide events is kind of like a big obvious thing, but I think energetically, oh my God, especially for psychics, empaths, light workers, whatever you identify yourself as, psychics, or just anybody, it's really hard. This year has been very tough, and I think, so one of the reasons why I'm talking on this right now is because I feel that we all need each other's support. We all need each other's love. I thought that to myself. I was in a cafe just pulling cards for myself recently. This was maybe a week ago, and I had been away from the channel for 3 weeks because I was trying to replenish. I did not do a very good job of that. I tried, but I didn't do a great job of replenishing. But as I was pulling cards for myself, I forget even what I asked, but the answer was interesting. The answer said that I am not alone in anything that I do. Anything that I do is one with the collective, something like that. And I thought that was a really beautiful answer. That is true for me, that is true for everybody. I feel that as long as we tap into and are aware of the energy of the collective, that we are never alone. Nothing that we do is alone. So whether we're tapping into each other's energies through love of the collective, that is who we are, or we're acknowledging the love and energy of our spirit guides, our angels, the divine, that is what I feel is the true message. And I only say that because of the fact that it has been such a difficult year and few years, and probably even more than that. I said in a different video in the past, I was quoting my favorite childhood series named Animorphs, and they said, Earth is a tough neighborhood. And that is very true. So I hope that by me saying this, I'm doing at least a tiny part in helping to bring us just a little bit more close together, so that we can support one another, build one another, and be more aware of that collective love that is available to us. Anyway, I know a lot of you have skipped what I just said. That's fine. For those of you that do have the patience and the focus to listen, thank you for that. So let's get into the group selections. Okay, so this is going to be here group number 1. This is gold sheen obsidian. Really interesting pattern there. You can't really see it great, but it's there. Gold sheen obsidian is group number 1. Then we have here group number 2. This has a few different names, but I think it's evil eye agate or just eye agate. Okay. And this here is group number 3, dalmatian jasper. Okay. And over here is group number 4, iolite. Okay. So just take as much time as you need. The timestamps for this will be in the description as well as in the comments. Go with whichever one calls to you the most. This is a general reading, of course, and it might not resonate 100%. The personal readings, I'll be opening up more slots probably next week for December, actually, okay? So whenever you're ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 1, which is the gold sheen obsidian. Spirit, this reading is for group 1 and their energies now, and what will help to unlock their true power. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 1, please and thank you. All right, so yes, I'm going to first just do a quick check-in of your energy because that'll help me to ground the reading. That's actually something that I do in every single personal reading. Spirit, for group 1, please, what is their current energy? What's going on with them? What is the current energy, present energy for group 1, please? Just one card. Oh, interesting. We have here the 8 of Wands. This is a really good starting card, and just one, as if to say, like, enough said. The 8 of Wands. So it does look like you either are or will be very soon moving forward. And I feel it. It's like a very smooth type of energy, even though with the 8 of Wands, I typically think of this as more of a fast-paced, exciting, passionate kind of energy. This feels very grounded, and it does match to me. You have at the bottom of the deck the King of Swords, and I did notice the Queen of Pentacles below that. So it's almost as if this is even-keeled, very grounded and solid energy. Very good sign. So if you're not feeling like this now, you will be feeling it quite soon, either 1, 2, or 3 days, but it probably already is your energy or the direction that you'll be heading in. So let's just get a little bit more. Spirit, can you tell us more for group number 1? What is their present energy for group 1, please? Group 1's energy, present energy. Oh, that makes sense. You have the Five of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Devil at the bottom. So that makes perfect sense. I feel that you guys made a clean getaway, or you will make a clean cut getaway. Look beneath the Devil. We have the Ace of Swords. It's almost like you cut cords with addictions, attachments, negative energies, or cycles. Negative cycles. Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to ignore this because this really, I try not to get too much bottom deck energy because it's never ending. But look at what we have here. These are both representing stuff that's hidden. So we're talking that your spiritual balance or even psychic ability is going to be unveiled in the near future, or you're on your way to that. See, I'm telling you, like the triumph here, the victory here. Okay. Can you clarify, Spirit, the Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords? Yeah. So that card that I just mentioned for victory and success, or triumph, came out. I am very certain, I'm very certain for you guys that you will achieve this. It's pretty clear. It's a really very powerful energy. I'm drawn now to the actual crystal that you chose. The circle is a powerful shape. It's coming full circle, literally. And this is representing your journey that you've been on for a while. This is the energy oracle. Spirit, can you give us just a little more for group 1? What do we need to know so far? It's seamless. Wow. Okay, so you got, I don't know which one came out first. You have adjacent possibilities, and then you have happy family, which is the number 4 on the top. Even though this is a bit more like the 10 of Cups in the tarot, the 4 here is reminding me more of the 4 of Wands. So the 4 being that stability number. I'm not that great with numerology, but yes, the 4 being stable, consistent, grounded, as I was talking about the energy beforehand. Okay, so far so good. Now, in order to get to the next part of the question, it would only make sense to know what was blocking your power, or locking or blocking your power. When I say power, for you guys, this is a little bit of everything. This is psychic ability, this is the mentality, this is your emotional well-being, your clarity of mind. All of this was a bit dampened because of this energy, in addition to that devil energy. So in order to, like I said, in order to give you the best advice of how to unlock it, I have to first know what was exactly going on here. Look what we have at the bottom. This is Nine of Swords. 8 of Swords again at the bottom. Jeez. So you are quite locked. This card is showing that she's literally locked away in this card, even though she can escape. That's always the interesting thing about the 8 of Swords. Okay, so let's just shuffle these and get the messages. Okay, let's see. Spirit, can you tell us a little bit more about what has been blocking their true power for group 1? Their true power, their true self, their path even. You've been stuck in the heart, or something having to do with self. You're either isolated, maybe you have been isolated, or alone, or feeling abandoned, or in the cold for a while. I don't know if this is necessarily because of love in a romantic sense. It's probably not only that. Self-love is a big one, friendships is a big one, family. But here we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So there was something that was blocking, let me show you. There was something that was blocking your cup, the flow of energy, of love, of energy in general, of healing within this cup. It's as if this Knight of Pentacles came through and completely stalled and halted it, so that these streams came to a stop. That's been the problem. So if we're going to translate that into, like English, this is saying that, yeah, your heart chakra has been blocked. I know there's more than that, though. There has to be, because that devil energy really hit me. Spirit, can you give us more? Oh, there's another added piece to this, is that if we feel alone, similar to what I was talking about in the intro, if you guys did skip forward what I said in the intro, you may want to go back, because I was talking about this very thing. I was talking about being connected to each other, and that's why crap gets hard when we think that we're alone. And the funny thing is that we're literally never alone, whether it's because of the collective or our guides or, you know, whatever, people in our lives, obviously. But that's part of this. There's been a halting of the flow within this heart center. And the thing that sucks is that all of the other energy in our chakras flows through the heart. So if your heart chakra is blocked, then almost everything else will be affected. Okay, so can you tell us just a little bit more of why they've been locked? Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. So the happy family card I mentioned, it was similar to this, and it came out again. So we could be talking about these ancient wounds from the heart, whether it was childhood or even maybe past existences. It could be internally with just you. It could be I think that it's been more of internally with just you for a lot longer than it had been with anybody else. What I mean by that is the wound started from early on in your life or at a past point in your life, but the amount of pain that it caused in terms of how long it lasted was like this much. But then how long it persisted within yourself was way longer, is kind of what I mean. You have, again, the Eight of Wands repeated here, the Wheel of Fortune. So this is your path. This is your destiny, your path forward. And the reason for that stuckness was probably because of the effect that this heart blockage had on your beliefs about your path. So that's where we come to this. I'm sensing with these two cards, someone who feels very alone in their journey specifically, their destiny, their path forward. Even though you probably weren't at all. So let's just completely transition into what will unlock your true power. That is the question of the day. But I have to take these back. But that gives me context, obviously. So from you guys, the tone that I'm getting from you guys is one of a buttload of strength, but there is this frustration here. I mean, obviously, there would be. I think I want to leave this here. Yeah, this lingering underlying frustration, but it's also a discouragement, a disbelief back and forth with yourself, your own abilities to achieve anything. So let's get another, I don't know what deck to use. I think I'm just going to continue with these for a moment. If it doesn't work, I'll get another one. You're very tough, Group 1. In your core, in your soul, you're very tough. You've grown to be very tough. You have probably fought a lot of battles by yourself. Yeah, that is something that makes a person tough, is if they have to do everything on their own. Fighting for yourself. I feel this inner sense of, it's frustration to the point where I think some of you have dabbled with hopelessness as well, but not always. I feel like for you guys, I'm getting a feeling of jumping around, almost like a seesaw effect, that you sometimes get into those dips of feeling very discouraged, and then you come back up again, you stand tall again, but then it just keeps going back down and up and down and up and down. I don't know if that's true for all of you, but that is kind of what I'm feeling. Spirit, can you tell us about what will unlock their true power? This is bothering me. Let me just, Spirit, what will unlock their true power, please? For Group 1, what do we need to know? What is the best, highest advice for Group 1? What will unlock their true power. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Hope. That's what they just said, loud and clear. Hope as well as dreams. And you have the beautiful Lover's card at the bottom. So hope and love. You're getting a literal affirmation here. If you can write that down where you can see it on a sticky note. Some of you may have rolled your eyes and rolled your face real big at this, but that is actually the antidote here. The reason why is because what I said before, the discouragement and the frustration, the impatience or whatever it's turned into, has affected your hope and your belief in yourself, in the path, in the future, and anything. So that's why they need you to restore that sense of hope with this Star card. And here with the Lover's card, this is you coming back into balance, self-love, the companionship of the divine, and people in your life who really do love you, you know, in whatever shape or form. I do feel like the support is there. So for some of you, if you can't think of anybody in the immediate circle of your life, then even in small ways, like acquaintances or people that you see and, you know, nod and smile or whatever, it could be even in the small ways. But this is the first thing that they said, to restore your faith, restore your hope. So that could be, there could be different levels to this. If you have lost your faith and hope in like everything, that is a very deep type of, it's like a type of darkness. So if you restore your hope and your faith and your love within yourself and everything, you're restoring your light. And you can see here the two bright forces of light. You have the sun and then you have the stars, okay? And one of them is featuring night and day, and yet there's still this brightness. It's really, really a beautiful thing I'm seeing here. This will get you moving again. This will get you to that point where you are feeling unlocked and that you can work hard on your journey again, your goals, your ambitions. Not that you have to necessarily always be working on something, because you don't, but I feel like that's your happy place, okay? That's your happy place. And again, I hope that you listened to my introduction where I was just talking for a few minutes. I was talking about this. I was talking about working on projects and feeling frustrated, not being able to get through them. This is such a beautiful reading, guys. I'm going to get some more oracle cards, and what am I going to use for you guys? I feel like I want to get something different that I haven't used. Let us try these for just a second here. They have just these words. This is the Soul's Journey Oracle. Yeah, I can't shuffle. Hold on. Spirit, can we have some direction and confirmation for group 1 about what will unlock their true power? I know that there's more that maybe you would want to hear about what will unlock stuff for you, but this is so big that this is just the first step. And weirdly, it's simple. I know it's not easy, but it is simple. It was just 2 direct words, hope and love. So we have here health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And we have the green color probably for the heart as well. So this is going to resonate differently depending on your current level of self-care, especially within the physical. So we have the mind, body, spirit connection, and we cannot neglect any of them if we expect to be balanced. And I know this from personal experience that if you ignore one of those, you will have very detrimental results. So the fact that they're pointing out health here, I'm assuming they're meaning, I mean, it does say physical. So let's say that you already take care of the physical health. They may be pointing to mental or spiritual health. So it's going to resonate differently just simply because there's a lot of people watching. But they are pointing out the physical. So if you already exercise and eat well and you're fit and stuff like that, they may be talking about something different. Maybe your sleep, maybe your connection to nature and just being outside in the physical. Maybe it's talking about being present within the physical and just, you know, instead of rushing along just to be present and seated and grounded. Okay, so in whatever way that this resonates, this is going to be an important part in addition to unlocking your power. It's a practical measure. This is more of a spiritual and emotional, mental, but this is a practical thing to do to get yourself moving again and unlock your power. Can we have any more messages for group 1, please? What will unlock their true power? Self-esteem. Yeah, going back to the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Cups earlier. It says here, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. You see how the affirmation is proclaiming that belief in self. I know that this is obviously very hard to do, and we have loneliness at the bottom. It's very hard to do when you don't believe these good things about yourself. But that is their point. Whatever it is that we believe about ourselves becomes true. So become more aware of your inner dialogue and see what's working for you and see how it's making you feel. And the point is, I think the ultimate goal is to align with thoughts and beliefs that help us and that help to move us forward. Same thing with habits, even though habits are very hard to deal with. I actually recommended a book on that in a couple of readings ago. It's this book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's really awesome. So if you guys are interested in changing habits, that is the name of the book. I just wanted to recommend it again, just in case you missed it last time. Anyway, so to talk about positive things, to believe positive things about yourself, not to pretend, but to feed your soul and your mind and your body with positivity, and that will produce certain results. Positive creates positive, and negative creates negative. So let's get a final message here for you guys. And group 1, I think I'll probably, I know. This is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. I'm going to read you the message, which I never do. I'll probably skim it a little bit, but as I mentioned, I'm trying to be more present in my videos because I have that tendency to rush through things. I got to stop doing that. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, Spirit, can we have just one message for group 1? What do they really need to hear about unlocking their true power? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I am stunned. This deck I've been using for a long time. Oh, actually, my sister gave this to me for, I think, last Christmas, by Kyle Gray. And it's really, really good. If you like Oracle cards, if you want to start pulling them for yourself, the messages are on point. Every time I've used this deck, I've gotten very accurate results. Your card is Magic Guardian, Unlock the Magic Within. That is really insane that you got that. You literally have what it says in the title of my pick a card, Unlock the Magic Within. So this Magic Guardian, it says here, stop looking outside yourself and recognize that you have incredible power within. Okay? I know you probably can't even see that. But that is the message. That is exactly what we've been talking about. This is so crazy. So some additional things. It says here, you are the magic. You are the answer, and you have it all within you. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all that you are looking for is already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will your desires into being. Oh my God, this is what we were talking about. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift that you are being guided to recognize now. Oh my God. Okay. That is really wonderful. And just in case you're curious, the bottom deck energy is drum, dream, and journey. Similar to what I said over here. Okay. There's a big component here having to do with your dreams and ambitions. I know that, you know what I'm seeing is this tapestry. I'm seeing it's like woven into your being. I know that's a very random image. I've never seen it before. It's this, it's almost like a cloth, like, you know, when people weave, and I'm seeing this red thread or a collection of threads woven through the entire thing. So I feel like your dreams, your ambitions, and your destined path that you're aware of, even though you might not feel like you're there yet, this is an essential part of your existence itself, and it's what fuels you. So keep it alive. Wow. Oh, that is a beautiful message. Woo, group 1. So that's what I have for you, and I really hope that this resonated, because you packed a punch, and just in the first group. Amazing. So let us know in the comments. I hope it helped. If you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe and maybe click the notification thing. I think that's the first time I've ever said that. I always forget to say that kind of stuff. But yeah, I hope it helped. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm sending you love, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 2, which is the eye agate, or evil eye agate. I think that's how I saw it labeled at the store. Spirit, this is for group number 2, and what will unlock their true power, as well as what's their current energy. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 2. So I do have to start with your current energy, so that I can ground the reading, and so that I can figure out what was locking you up in the first place, so that we can know the opposite, which is the topic. Spirit, can you let us know what are the present energies, or what have been the present energies for group number 2, our eye agate group? Okay, so just one card. That doesn't usually happen. When I just get that one card pop out, that actually happened to group 1 as well. Okay, the Hanged Man. That is a very powerful only card to come out. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have a 2 of Swords. So this could mean a lot of different things, but my first instinct was to say that you've been kind of hanging around. Maybe you have felt like you've been in limbo. When I see the Hanged Man energy, I typically say something with surrender or looking at things from a different perspective. But in your case, it may actually be limbo, but let's see. Spirit, can you tell us more? What have been the present energies, or what are the present energies for group 2? So we have the Page of Swords that landed on top of it in a way that says, hey, I'm clarifying this in a direct manner. But let's see. So that's what we have on top of it. So this could be talking about what has been in limbo mode, which it could be your clarity of mind or your thoughts. I'm still not entirely convinced, so let's keep going here. Spirit, can you clarify what has been the present energies for group 2, or what are their present energies, please? Group 2. Okay. The 9 of Cups, High Priestess at the bottom. Okay, I think I understand now. With this 9 of Cups coming through, maybe it's trying to say it has not necessarily been a bad thing. Maybe you've actually been on some level, or consciously you have been content, or maybe you're just really going with the flow here. Okay, I'm not sure how this is going to resonate because this is a little back and forth, this energy. Maybe that is the case. Maybe because I'm starting to see the Hanged Man. He was swinging like a pendulum, and I've never seen that before ever. Anything else that they need to know, or that I need to know? The King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. I think that the best way that I can make sense of this present energy, which present energy is usually crystal clear. This was a little mysterious. The way that I can make sense of this, yeah, it does kind of feel like a little bit of a, it doesn't feel stuck though. It feels a little bit like hanging, limbo, or swinging back and forth between two different things or two different mindsets. But with the Nine of Cups here, I feel like this is a wonderful supporting card because I still feel that despite any weirdness that you may have been thinking about or like experiencing, I should say, I feel like you've been doing your best to grasp at the happiness in your life. You've been trying to create happy moments or happy mentalities and trying to focus on productive, positive, or passionate things. I do feel like, yes, there has been this internal struggle, but you know, that's of course everybody, right? But in your particular case, there is this conflict of personality, or, okay, I shouldn't say personality, but there's like this conflict of identity. There's 3 different kings here on the bottom, and kings are typically associated with action and outward movement versus the inner feminine, you know what I mean, which is the internal. But there's a clash here. Maybe you guys have been swinging back and forth of who am I going to be, or what is going to make me happy, or what direction am I going to take? Who are we missing? Oh, swords. The swords. Yeah, we're missing the King of Swords. That makes sense to me because that's the clarity card. Okay, let me now segue into the actual question. What will unlock your true power? So the only thing that we really got that was blocking you up, if anything at all, was perhaps indecision or timing. I feel like it has to do with timing. So some of you may not necessarily even be hanging. You may just be existing. And it's similar to a fruit on a tree, and he actually is hanging from a tree. It's just a matter of you ripening to that point where you're ready to be plucked. Let's use the... I just froze in time. Let me use these ones. Oh my god. I haven't been able to decide on what deck to use for some reason. Okay. Spirit, what will unlock, for group 2, what will unlock their true power? This eye is just staring at me. What will unlock their true power? What do they need to know to unlock their true power? I have never gotten a present energy that confusing, and only 4 cards. Oh man, I wonder what's going on here. We have here the 6 of Pentacles. So it is talking about an imbalance. Remember before I talked about the pendulum? You have a scale here in the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. So there is something that is imbalanced, or not within you, I don't think. But there's something here that's still in motion. There's something here that is not quite ripe. This, in a lot of ways, doesn't even have to do with you and your mentality. It does have to do with everything else surrounding you, which is the most interesting thing I've heard in a long time. Because typically when people come to me to read their energies and read their cards, it has everything to do with them and what they've been doing and thinking, but I'm not getting that from you guys, and that is very unique. So here with the Hanged Man, I really feel that you've just been chilling. You know, you've been hanging there, not in a way that sounds lazy or unmotivated. I really don't think that that's the case. But maybe, and not even to use the word that you've been waiting, you've just been hanging. And eventually the scales will come into balance by itself. So if you want to contribute to the cause here, let's see. I mean, there may not even be an action that you have to take. that's why I'm like scratching my head over this, because that's typically not what I see at all in tarot, but this is very unique, very rare. Spirit, can you tell us what will help to unlock their true power? Is there anything they need to know in terms of knowledge or action or anything? What will unlock their true power? We have the Three of Swords and the Lovers at the bottom. So if anything, and this is not a surprise, I don't feel that this will be a surprise, if anything, you can always work on healing your wounds and yourself, within yourself. So again, group 2, I don't feel at this particular point that there is this big action that you have to take or a mentality that you have to revise. I feel, if anything, just continue to do exactly what you've already been doing. And if you want to continue and you want to do more, which you may, or maybe not. Some of you are just like, oh, hey, all right, I'll just keep doing my thing. But if you do want to continue the wheels turning in terms of your efforts, you can always work on your internal healing of whatever imbalances you feel, such as painful wounds of the past, or, you know, continuing self-love, continuing to be a loving person in your life in general. Can we know more about the Three of Swords, please? Because I feel like out of the 3 swords, you've healed 2 out of the 3. There's only this final percentage that needs to be healed. There is this final part of yourself that is not exactly wounded or not exactly suffering, but it does need to be released. I think that's the only thing that I'm picking up on here that you can do. And it is something that is probably hidden from you or veiled a little bit. Something within your emotions that still would like to be set free. Let's get a little more. If it's not one specific thing, what actually it could be and why it's hard to detect is that it may be a little bit of everything. So we have the 7 of Cups here. There's 7 different cups of this potential wound or potential negative energy. So it's just a little bit of each thing that maybe you've accumulated over your whole life. So maybe, you know, something happened yesterday, something happened 10 years ago, something happened 5 years ago, 20 years ago. Something, just a little piece of yourself kind of just got wounded along the way in these ways, in these events that you've healed from. But there's just a little bit more. So it's almost, oh my God, you have the Hanged Man again. That's crazy. So going back real quick to 7 of Cups, let me use an analogy. You know, if you have a messy room and you clean up 95% of the room and it looks great, but there's that last 5% or maybe 10% that needs like that deep cleaning, and it's hard to really catch this. You know, you have to look in hidden places, you have to really use the right tools, you have to really use the right methods, but it's that final 5 to 10% that needs to just be sort of cleansed. So an easier way that you can do this or think about this is to do a deep healing cleansing meditation. I highly recommend, if you can't do something more, it's not extreme, but it's more deliberate, like go to an energy healer or do some sort of a spiritual retreat. You can always just go online, go on YouTube and type that in. And they have different meditations and healing sound frequencies for this purpose. Like, I'm talking deep. It has to be the deep cleansing. The reason I say this is because this is on the subconscious level. And you might not even be aware that anything needs that cleaning. Once you do this, you're going to shine 1,000 times brighter than even just like that 10% brighter, because this is going to make all the difference. Hanged Man, Spirit, why is this here again? Hanged Man, can you please tell us why is the Hanged Man here again? Oh, we have the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles. Interestingly, when I drew this card just now, I heard the phrase, leave it alone. That's exactly what I heard. 5 of Pentacles, leave it alone. So that could mean a few different things. Maybe they're talking about something that you have to walk away from or abandon, which is typically what this card speaks of. They said leave it alone. Maybe you do have to just distance yourself or remove yourself or see things from that different perspective and just surrender it, going back to the original meaning of the Hanged Man. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else Group 2 needs to know to unlock their true power, or anything else at all? The Two of Wands. Yeah, once you do this, you guys are, it's as unique and rare as these messages were, I feel like it's also straight to the point. Because look, once you do this, you're going to have that power. Your future is bright. Your future is solid. Okay? This 2 here, and it's 2 and 3 coming out together. There's a solid foundation that I see for you guys. I feel that you're already pretty solid people, but if you just continue a little bit more and you completely release anything at all that is not serving you, anything at all that throws you off balance or tends to throw you off balance, anything that disrupts or even threatens your sense of happiness, it's time. Leave it alone or let it go. Okay? Is there anything else that they need to know or do or think about, Spirit, in order to unlock their true power? Is there anything further? No. I mean, you guys got it. Knight of Wands, you got it. You're good. You've already worked on breaking down the old tower, the old ways of being. And the next step is to face everything, like face all of these hard, tough questions towards the end of the year, and just to, you know, to have that fresh start in the new wave of things, depending on when you're watching this. January in 2022 should be pretty promising, but if you're watching this at a different point in time, whatever next wave is coming towards you, like that fresh feeling, a new beginning, it could be the beginning of a month or of a new age, maybe your birthday, whatever is coming through next. So just for some more support, let's still get a couple of final messages for you guys. Let's use the energy oracle. I hope that this did make sense. I hope that it didn't sound kind of like oh please, you know. This is just what I'm seeing. If this is the message that you're getting, then that tells me that you've already been putting in the work, that you're already unlocking or have unlocked your truth, your true power, your authenticity. So bravo to you guys. Spirit, any final messages, please, for group number 2? What will unlock their true power, or any messages of guidance? Anything else? You have here attachment, and on the bottom, the thinking woman. So it's the final piece of advice for them is that in this particular card, you see that her wrist is chained to something that has kept her stuck, or that there is a chain to begin with. And it has been the only thing that has created a mask. But what is hidden, or what has been hidden, will come to the surface. And it will be revealed, even more so than it already has been, because I do feel you've already been thinking about this for a while. The interesting thing about both these cards that came through as final advice after everything is the fact that they're both in this dark, shadowy place with their freedom threatened or interrupted. So she's here in this dark cellar. It's kind of gross looking, and then here you have the butterfly. So there is hope to rise up. So she here in this card can walk up the steps and be free if she gets her head out of the thoughts. I say she because it's, you know, literally the thinking woman, gender doesn't matter. So that can happen. Maybe use the thoughts, the overthinking or the thinking to your benefit. Write them down. Hey, write a memoir. Write a memoir if you want. Write poetry, write journal entries, whatever. Anyway, so she can walk up the stairs into the bright sunlight, and then here might be a little more challenging, right? Because there is this obstruction, there is this restriction, but it looks flimsy. So if you have the right tool, maybe there's a sword right beneath her somewhere. If you have the right tool, you can cut away, you can break through that attachment or that negative thing that ties you and keeps you stuck in place and keeps that mask. So you can do a brief meditation, you know, sit and breathe, picture anything that keeps you chained, and then picture that you have this beautiful, heavy, ancient sword and just like, thump, like just whack it. That's what I do a lot. So like just break the chain, picture yourself becoming free, and that you are reaching that bright sunlight, that blue, clear sky. Okay? So, heavy reading in a weird way. I love this energy. I am like blown away by this. This is really amazing. Definitely one that stands out to me, group 2. So I do hope that it resonated. If you don't feel it did at all, like if you feel that you have a long way to go and that this just doesn't fit, it might not have been the right group. So, you know, feel free to try again, only if it resonates in the future, to pick another group. So thank you guys so much. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe, maybe hit the notification bell, because I know that's important. I always forget to say the obvious stuff. But thank you guys. Again, I'm sending you so much love and good luck with everything, okay? And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 3, which is the Dalmatian jasper. Spirit, this reading is for group 3 and their present energies, as well as what will unlock their true power. Please provide us with clear guided messages for group 3. Okay, so as I just noted, I'm going to first look into your present energies so that I can understand what the present, if any, blockages or locks there are, and then how we can unlock them. Spirit, what are the present energies, please? I don't know if I should use these cards. Spirit, what are the present energies for group 3, please? Okay. We have here strength and the death card, but when the death card came out, I saw the tower. So let me try again real quick. But you have 2 major arcana cards as a start. Looking good, actually, with strength and death, which is meaning some sort of a rebirth of your strength. This spit out. Ace of Wands spit out. Spirit, can you tell us what are the present energies for group 3, please? For group 3. Okay. Oh, all right. So here it is. We have the 4 and the 5 of Cups. So there is this obvious answer with this blockage card, the 4 of Cups, and then the 5 of Cups. So I feel that it either is saying that the blockage is sadness itself, or that the blockage creates sadness. So whichever the case is. The good news with the death card coming out immediately is showing that this is going to be reborn, like your strength or your energy in general, and that there will be this new dawn. I'm really drawn to the sun in the background that's peeking up over the horizon here, symbolizing that new day, the new dawn, the new day. Spirit, can you tell us anything else? What is useful to know here for group number 3, and what will unlock, or sorry, what are the present energies? 7 of Swords tells me that you may not be entirely aware of it or acknowledging it in a way that you can face it and fight it, right? 7 of Swords. So yeah, definitely something is being hidden from you. It also could be talking about not feeling like your true self right now, not feeling like your authentic self. Spirit, anything else present energy-wise for group 3, our Dalmatian Jasper group? 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands. Okay. Yeah, so there's definitely something that is kind of off balance. We have 2 number 4s so far. Can you clarify the 4 of Wands? Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Okay, so I feel that in general, as we saw with the first 2 cards, that you're moving in the right direction. Now let's take a closer look here into what will help you to unlock whatever it is, even if this doesn't necessarily ring true right now. Let's see. Spirit, can you tell us, please, what will unlock, for group 3, what will unlock their true power? I'm feeling very fidgety. Oh, the Devil and the 8 of Swords on the bottom. So this could be a deeply held belief or imbalance that you struggle with sometimes. When I say sometimes, I mean that there are times where it really does feel very bright and hopeful, but I do feel like there is this swing. One of the other groups did get that specific message, that it is that up and down. But for you guys, I feel like this Devil energy down here has been something that has been with you for a while, meaning it may have been some sort of a wound or imbalance that you haven't been able to truly heal on a deep and surface level for a while. Spirit, what will unlock their true power? So the number one thing, yeah, I was just going to say, the number one thing, if we see something with darkness, is to bring it to light, to bring it to healing. And that is what we're seeing here with the Ace of Cups. Okay. Again, another group got that, and it's like, I guess maybe there's a lot of similar themes going on in the collective lately. For you guys, it's this burden, this blockage, this burden that maybe, again, I'm noting that this is something that could perhaps be within, beyond your awareness right now. So I feel like it's something that's quite sneaky. It has been something that has been disrupting your flow without it even announcing itself. So for example, like if a person is struggling with addictions, it's an obvious type of thing, you know? It's like saying, oh man, I'm doing that thing again, or it doesn't necessarily have to be a substance or whatever, but if it's anything addictive or something that causes you an imbalance, it may be obvious, like, oh, I'm doing this bad habit, you know, it's really messing up my day, my flow, my feeling. But with this, it's very sneaky. So it might be something that you don't entirely understand, or you feel like you can't grasp if it's, even if it's there right in front of you, or more likely it's something that, yeah, it's something that is ever present in a weird way. Okay, that's an interesting message. I do have to clarify that because that is powerful. Spirit, I need to know here, can I have a little more clarity? What is this? Can you clarify the devil and this energy down here that is causing the Seven of Swords? For group 3, please. This is a long-held battle. This may be reflecting a choice that you've had to make for a long time to change something. Okay. But what is it with the devil? What is it? My impression is that it's not only with the devil. It's not just that thing. It's not just that obvious thing. So clarifying the devil, I don't know. I mean, I'll take these because they're answering my question, but I feel like because they popped out all 3 at a time. Let me see. Okay, childhood is being drawn out here. We have the Page of Cups and the Sun. Something here with either childhood or something with your present happiness and prosperity is being identified here. This may be the area of your life that has been the most blocked or kept in some sort of darkness or some sort of containment. Interesting. The Sun card here wants to be its true authentic self in all of its brightness, similar to this energy here. Look at all the pentacles. There's also a lot of family on this card as well. Interesting. Can we have a little bit more, Spirit? What do we need to know fully for what's been locking them or blocking them for group 3? Okay. Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So what this has created, let me say this before I flub. It's created a blockage specifically within your emotions. There may have been, over time, emotions within yourself that have been suppressed or repressed. One of them is conscious and one of them is not. I think it's both. I think that there has been a part of you that has been unable to move forward with your emotions in a way of expression and authenticity. I feel that this has been the true struggle. The reason for this, group 3, is probably because you never got the opportunity to do this in the first place. This goes way back. This is something that was probably modeled in your early life, in your family. That is why the 10 of Pentacles is probably here. If it's not ringing true that it was family, there was definitely some sort of societal influence here that was impacting this. Your inner child, your true self and inner child here with the Sun card is bright and playful and laughing and in glee. It is a true, pure energy. And it doesn't match at all with what I'm seeing over here. So what that's showing me is that there's a part of you that has most likely drifted away from this authentic self, and you didn't even know it. Group 3, I know that this is a heavy, heavy message, but that is the point. That is the point. You know, you knew clicking on this video that it was probably going to be, because if you have felt that you've been totally blocked and inhibited and restricted and, you know, like, I don't know, miserable, whatever it's been, whatever negative energy, I should say negative, like if you've been feeling very negative and like you've been fighting one battle after another, you did, of course, know that there was a reason for it. We're not meant to be in a state of negativity. We're meant to be in a state of peace. We're meant to be in a state of light. It is everything else that gets in the way of that. There's a huge ringing of childhood energy here that needs to be freed, that is being identified in this reading. Spirit for group 3. This is the energy oracle. Spirit, can we have further messages for group 3 on this? Can you provide more clarity? Yeah. Something here has impacted your sense of being present, you know, in the grateful appreciation type of energy, of the being in the present. Not that you're not grateful. I'm talking about just being present. Door to spirit. It's impacted your psychic development as well. It's stunted you. I really, really hope that this is not coming off as like a negative or insulting message, because that's not the case. What I'm trying to say is that you guys are that bright, you're that powerful, and this restriction here has closed that up. But the next messages that I'm going to get are focusing on how to unlock you, how to free you. The thinking man is featured here at the bottom. It makes me wonder if there was literally a masculine energy in your life that has affected you through harsh thoughts and criticisms or beliefs or something like that. I don't normally say bad words on my channel, but this person is a real douchebag. I don't know who this is. It could be someone in your early life, but I don't like this person's energy at all. I've read for the thinking man many times, and I have never gotten a negative energy from the thinking man until today. I don't like this person at all. This energy, I should say. The energy itself I don't like. I feel that this energy, or it's either a person or a situation, whichever, has, without you probably noticing because it was early, has instilled these negative beliefs onto you, even though I think that you were still protected. It might not have seemed that way early on, but I feel that you were still protected by your angels, your guardian angels, at an earlier point. They were still giving you what they could, you know, on this difficult path. Spirit, can you give us one more message before we get the next question? What do they need to know about what we just talked about? Wow. The next message that they said is that you're going to heal. And many of you might even be healers already, but you're going to heal. That has to come first. If you're a healer, if you're an energy worker, a psychic, whatever, it has to come first that you heal and that you rest and rejuvenate yourself, which is the exact reason why I hadn't posted for 3 weeks, and it was my intention to replenish. I mentioned in the intro that I didn't do a great job at that, but I did try. So if you guys can, it may be time to take a step back from a lot right now and to sit and meditate, to replenish your soul, to do one small thing, kind thing for your spirit, your mind, body, or spirit. So let's get the question. The question is, what will unlock your true power? So we can pretty much gain that info from what we have already, but I will draw more cards. We have here, you know, to free yourself, to be more of your true authentic self that originated in your childhood, that got pushed away over time, to begin to acknowledge these inner imbalances and darknesses and battles that have since been hiding from you, and to then as well begin to heal your heart. I think that what I'm getting from the Ace of Cups for you guys specifically, the way that you're going to come into this healing, a big part of this, they said it like this. I don't know your beliefs, but they said it like this. They said to be one with God is what they said, to be one with light. Because this is where you are truly protected. And they, you know, the beliefs of the divine and God and higher level beings, I've heard the term Mother, Father, God, which I think is very appropriate here, especially if you didn't get that foundation. They want you to fully connect with this higher being, okay? Any higher being, really. The purpose, the end goal, is to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel protected in your authentic true self. No more hiding, no more suppressing. To feel safe, to feel loved, and in your brightness. Speaking of brightness, let's use the Radiant Tarot next. Spirit, can we have some more messages for that particular thing? What will unlock for group 3? What will unlock their true power? For group 3, please. What will unlock? Ooh, we have the King of Wands. That's interesting. Whoa. Because you have that sun halo along the head. Okay, hold on. I just got an interesting sensation from King of Wands. Okay, I see now. This King of Wands, I got a very direct message, but it was a confusing mix of things. This King of Wands is both the thinking man and you at the same time. One, they want you to face, oh my God, they said face your oppressor. They want you to face whoever made you feel small or unsafe. I don't know if this is in a literal way or a spiritual, emotional way, but they want you to, at least first mentally, confront this. If you were just like journal writing about it, that could be one simple, direct way that you could try, or meditating on it. And of course, you could do it in the 3D realm if it calls to you, if you feel that that's needed and that you're ready for that. That's a little bit of a different story. But for now, that's the first thing that they want you to do, is to face this. Ultimately, what they're saying will help to unlock your true power. My God, group 3, this is really an intense reading. What they were saying, it's kind of reminding me of that phrase, you have to learn to mother or father yourself. Like to teach yourself all of the things that you never were taught, or to gain that comfort and wisdom in other ways, such as within the divine, or such as within anyone else that gives you that love or gives you that safety. But their point is that you can do this for you, meaning you don't have to have that hole within yourself, that hole within your heart space or within your foundation, that you can build and you can replenish whatever was missing, is what they said. So yeah, this King of Wands struck me, and it like hit me, because I actually felt my stomach flip, as if like whew, you know, like it spooked me. So maybe this is something you've thought about before, and just thinking about it scares the heck out of you. Spirit, can you tell us anything more? What will unlock their true power? Group 3, please. What will unlock their true power? And that's the thing. I mean, the King of Wands, it's like the, you know, that lion energy. Like the lion is that king, that the top of the food chain type of energy, where this is how powerful you will become once you come full circle into your healing. And then this Ace of Cups we saw before, look at what we have repeated. This is the healing. This is deep, cleansing, purifying healing. And this is what's going to bring you peace, because we have these white looking, there's white and green flowers, healing of the heart. There's this beautiful peace dove, I'm assuming that's a dove, I don't know. And all the red and the pink in the background, like this is a purifying of the heart. This is making you feel free and light and whole. So some of it, so I knew that this reading would be interesting. And I knew that, like, well, for you guys, you got a mix of answers, you know, group 1 and 2, it's like specific things, but for you guys, it's two things. It's taking action and changing a mentality, or coming into awareness about certain things. Is there anything else? Any other specific messages, please? Group 3. 2 of Wands, which I did just see at the bottom. This is your future. This is your future. And then here, 10 of Wands is at the bottom. This is the burden you've been carrying. I see you putting down the pot. Like this is like a flower pot or something like that. It's interesting to me that in this card, you're not actually here holding up the wands like in the traditional tarot, but you're just observing it. So you're observing the burden that you have held, that you have held up, but perhaps you finally understood that you don't have to anymore. The World card is here at the bottom, and the 2 of Wands. This is very much a card of the future and freedom. I'm seeing here like a wheel with this world card. I don't think I've ever really seen the world as a wheel, but this is your destiny. This is like the wheel of fortune coming through here. What I'm getting from this world card, after you open yourself up successfully, which is going to take time, so take your time. This X is really showing up to me as the number 10. Again, something I never saw with the Two of Wands, but I do see this as the number 10. So I don't know if the number 10 is something that is relevant to your situation. But I see your thoughts becoming more organized in a way to say that you understand yourself, you understand your past, you understand the situation. And understanding is everything. You know, knowledge and understanding is everything and is healing all in itself. If you want to do a simple exercise, it may not be easy, but if you want to even just take a journal or a piece of paper or whatever and write down the events of your life, write down the chronology, the timeline, just to observe it for the purposes of observing it and acknowledging it, see what happens. Something good might come from that. Of course, it's going to be triggering if it was not a happy story, but the point of this is to bring it to the awareness so that you don't have to be like a slave to these emotions, and that you don't have to feel like it's the one in the driver's seat. Like, the point is to take your control and your power back by just becoming more aware. I do see you doing something like that to organize your thoughts. You know, if you wanted to, that's what therapy is for too, like just to have that feedback and to have another person helping you to reflect on these things. We always like figure like, oh yeah, I know what happened to me, of course, because I lived through it. But it's not really that easy. You know, like if we have someone helping us, whether it's a journal or a friend or a professional, we are reflecting back our inner stuff and reorganizing it, understanding it in a different way than we did previously. Anyway, I hope that makes sense, like the point that I'm making there. So let's get a couple of more. I'm going to use these for you guys. The Earth Magic. Let's get a couple more messages. Spirit, is there any other final messages for group number 3 and what they must, I don't want to say what they must do, but like what will unlock their true power? Any other final words for this? Oh my God, that's beautiful. You have the blessings card, rainbow blessings. So on the bottom, contrasting message, the volcano volatility card. Okay, I think you get the point by looking at the two images. You have to release something. There is something that has been like gurgling, bubbling, not like in an angry, violent way, although for some of you that might feel true, but there needs to be a release here so that you can have the clear skies. You've done a good job. You've done a wonderful job of creating blessing in your life, and you're going to continue to do this. But the way to unlock that true potential, that true power, as the title suggests of the reading, is to let it all blow out. Like, you know, you got to get it out there. You have to blow the top off of that volcano and really let everything come out. I think I said in the other group, it blurs together in my brain, something about writing a memoir. For you guys, I feel like any form of expression is going to do the trick. You don't have to write it all down, although that is the most direct way that you could do it. But the point is to have a stream, you know, have this stream of energy, of expression, of emotion, of energy that will help you to come to this balance. Spirit, any final messages for group 3 and what will unlock their true power? Fairies. You have fairies, earth magic. That's really cute. I think that their point of this card is to say that there is a lot more than that meets the eye, and that there are all around you, if you just look, these beings that are at your access to help you. There is magic on earth. There is magic in everything, especially nature, especially pure light. As you can see, the sunlight sifting through, the starlight, the 4 elements. There's a lot of power there. And that being said, for you guys, I'll just share a tiny little snippet of what happened when I was taking my time off trying to replenish. I was able to feel that sense of connectedness to nature one of the days out of all of the days. And it was really nice because, and you can try this too if you're able to in some way. So I was in this naturey area and I decided to be barefoot in the grassy part, like by the forest-ish. Not, it wasn't really a forest, but it was like a tree type of area. There was a river nearby, and I stood barefoot on the grass, and I just like opened my arms wide to soak in the energy of the trees and the wind and the water and the earth, of course. And interestingly, when I did that, it was awesome. Like the moment that I opened my arms, this huge wind just like gusted past, and it felt like that moment of like X-Men, you know, Storm, how she controls the weather. It was such a funny feeling. But if you can do this in any way, there is magic here right on Earth. And by connecting to the simple things like nature or little miracles, you will become more connected to real magic, which is everything, you know, spirituality. Let's get one more. Can we have one final card for group 3 and what will unlock their true power? Okay, we have crystals, focus. Okay, and we have ceremony at the bottom, invocation. If you guys were to do simple things, I'm telling you, the simplest thing, such as even getting one crystal or having an altar or a little sacred space, just a table where you can light a candle, a little corner of the room, anything you can, you will see a big difference, a huge result, okay? So that is what Spirit wants you to do. So you don't have to say focus like it's taking work and effort, but more of immerse yourself. You know, put yourself in your spiritual path, put yourself in your spiritual ritual in any way that you can, and you will have extremely positive results. You're going to be kind of shocked, but you do have to get started, especially if you haven't started any of it. If you're already on this path, continue, and maybe even just for fun, try something you've never tried before. Okay, like in spirituality, like anything at all that you've never tried before, different than you've already been doing. Okay. So group 3, heavy messages, but powerful, just so powerful. And I hope that this was healing for you. It was healing for me, weirdly, like with you guys and through you guys. I feel a lot of healing coming through it just by, again, that acknowledgement and awareness. So I feel a strong Ace of Cups energy coming for you guys soon, in the very near future. So good luck to you. Good luck to you. And I'm sending you so much love. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, be sure to subscribe and let us know in the comments what's going on with you. If it didn't resonate at all, just pick a different group, but this I hope did resonate. Thank you guys again, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you that chose group number 4, which is the iolite group. Spirit, this is for group 4, and what are their present energies, as well as what will unlock their true power. Please provide us with clear, guided messages for group 4. Spirit, what are the present energies for group 4, please? What are they dealing with? What have been the present energies for group 4? All right. So the reason I'm getting this first is because, 1, to ground the reading, and 2, if we're looking at what is going to help unlock, we have to see what first was locked. So we have here the World, the Hanged Man, and the 6 of Pentacles. I thought I saw, when it came out, I thought I saw the Judgment card. So I'm going to still take that into consideration. You have the Fool here at the bottom. So I feel like with that Judgment flash that I saw, even though I don't see it here, it's still relevant. I do feel like at this time, group 4, that there have been extremely important decisions that you've had to make lately, internally. Probably within your life, of course, because it's related, but I feel like this has been one giant test of your own self, like your own faith, your own path, your own identity, all of your choices. It's like kind of coming to a head. It feels to me similar to if you're watching a movie and you're at that climactic point where the main character decides who they want to be based off of, based off of their choices. So it kind of feels dramatic and epic, like a movie. Not dramatic in a way that you're dramatic. I meant like epic and exciting kind of dramatic moment in the movie or in your life. So this World card here, it's almost as if to say that you're one step away from that new beginning. Okay, strange that we had the Fool at the bottom. This is the sequence. The Fool is the first card of the tarot, the major arcana, and the World is the last, from 21 to 0. Yeah, and with 0, we have unlimited potential. It can go either way. That's why Spirit identified the decision. Even though they didn't say it with a card, they still told me. That is very interesting. Maybe you didn't know that you had to make that decision of self. That could be partly why it didn't come out. But with the World, you've journeyed a very long time. You've been walking this journey for a very long time, and I will tell you now that you've been guided every step of the way. There's a strong spirit guide. It could be either a lost loved one or your guardian angel directly. There has been powerful spirit guides that have been maneuvering you, guiding you. I don't want to say maneuver like you're a tool. It's almost like a chess game. They've been trying to tell you, hey, like, this is what's going to work and this is what's not going to work. I'm drawn to the eagle here. I think that's an eagle in the corner here. I don't know if eagle has significance to you personally, but I'm drawn to that. Or maybe the letter E has significance, perhaps. But yeah, you have, I feel, group 4, that you have been feeling as though you're floating and not knowing what direction to take at all. I do feel similar to some of the other groups, which is showing me that the collective, we're really going through the same stuff. See, I feel that you've been going back and forth probably in a more severe way than what I saw earlier. I feel that you have probably been going back and forth between two different things, realms, selves, whatever, actions, paths, everything. Do I give? Do I take? Do I pull back? Do I walk away? Do I stay? It's kind of like this constant type of scale imbalance here. So that's what it looks like we're dealing with here. I feel that there is an unformed part of yourself or an unformed self. That is a weird thing to say, but let me compare it to the unformed future. When I do my readings, people ask me pretty much most of the time, not all of the time, but people will ask me what's going to happen in the future with this thing or this person or this whatever. Now, what you guys may want to know is that the future is not formed until we make a decision. Before that point, it's air. It's just like this formless type of energy that doesn't have a direct, solid path to go on. There is no actual path until we either make a decision or at least have an intention. If you have a desire, that's not strong enough, because a desire to want to do something doesn't mean you're going to actually intend and eventually do it and take that action. So that is why I am seeing that there's a lot that's not formed yet. But that is Spirit's message to you, is that now may be the time, which is why I saw the Judgment card in my head. This may be the time of you making those decisions, or at least knowing what direction you might want to take. You don't have to make all of the decisions right here and now, but it's going to be a good idea to maybe brainstorm on what would be best for you. Not necessarily what you even want, because what you want might not be the path that's a difficult one, like the path of change and transformation. It kind of sucks, like it's really hard. It's very painful. But it is what's best for us. So again, you don't have to make a decision yet, but just ponder and do the hermit work, the inner reflective work on what is going to be best for you. Like, if the what they always say about parents, like if it's a good mom or dad, they're like, they just want what's best for their child. Okay, so you may have to do that right now and say, like, what's going to be best for me? What's going to be best for, my path, so that I can create the most positive impact for myself and others. Spirit, is there anything else we need to know about Group 4's energy and what they've been... Okay, hang on. I don't want to take that by mistake. For Group 4, present energy. Temperance. Things will balance out. Things will even out and balance out. We have these two balance cards. Like, the Six of Pentacles before the Temperance card came out could have gone either direction. But now we have the Temperance card. So you're going to be seeing harmony, and you're going to be seeing balance. If you can get to the point that you choose this, whoa, that is a very deep message. So you have to see it. You have to see yourself making that choice. This is a really beautiful reading. Wow. So let's get, I don't know which one to use. I've been having this problem lately, not knowing what tarot to choose, but let's try for fun. The Light Seers Tarot. It's a very diverse, beautiful deck, very different in the artwork than the traditional. Spirit, Group 4. What will unlock their true power, please? Ace of Pentacles. Whoa. That's quite a card. One, because it can mean prosperity, brightness, and success. But I'm also seeing here how it's going to firmly root you. This is going back to what I said before about making a decision. You have to be grounded, Group 4. What will unlock your true power is for you to take a stance and to live a more grounded life. So what that means, if you Google just like how to be grounded, that's one aspect of it, but to choose to live a more stable existence, to have a little bit more consistency, to have a little bit more predictability in a way that you can build. It's like, not to be not in a way that's boring. You don't never have to be boring and without passion, but we do need a sturdy foundation in order to have anything. It's like just having one brick every single day. You place it down predictably. Eventually you'll build the wall, and you'll build a house or a whatever you're building. Like you'll build, and you have that sturdy foundation with it. So that's the first thing. If you want to like, even if you want to write that down, like ask yourself, how can I be more grounded? I used to try to write in a journal every morning. I personally am terrible with keeping habits, and that's why in a past video I recommended this book, which I'll say again now, called Atomic Habits by James Clear. You guys know I love my book recommendations. So if you're interested for real in like changing your way of being by changing your habits, that book is awesome. I'm not done with it yet, but it's really great so far. Atomic Habits by James Clear. So that's gonna help. So let's get more with the pentacles. Let's get more earthy, more grounded, more stable. You can just like simply take a walk almost every day. If you can sit and meditate for 5 minutes. You can eat more earthy foods, like with like more like, grown from the roots itself. That's what a friend of mine was actually mentioning too, like to eat vegetables that have like the actual, like they come from the earth itself. And you can even just Google search how to be more grounded. They may recommend working on the root chakra, which is the one responsible for feeling grounded. So another thing that's going to help to unlock your true power, aside from becoming more grounded, we'll see, Spirit, what will unlock their true power? Group 4. For group 4. The Knight of Wands. So in addition to the groundedness, some of you may actually need to take action towards a specific thing, but towards what you're passionate about. If you have been feeling stuck in general, this may have been taking the passion away from your life. Maybe you have been unable to be creative. Maybe you've been unable to do certain hobbies that you used to love to do. Or maybe just in general you have felt stuck. You see in the background there's this galloping horse, and look how much fun she's having here in the foreground, just beating on the drum and smiling and dancing to the tune. So this is what's needed. So we need stability, predictability, and like that consistency and movement, right? So one way that you can put that together is what I mentioned before, like walking. Walking is like whatever exercise you like to do, but like that is one example where you can put the two together. You have a stable routine, but you also have something that gets you that fresh air, and hopefully that you're passionate about. If you're not a fan of walking and you think it's boring, then you can do dancing or yoga or tai chi or like anything like that. Of course, if you are a creative person, I ask of you from personal experience, do not let yourself be robbed of your creativity, okay? Go back to writing, go back to art, go back to creating in any way, and it's going to really, really make a difference. Your flame is going to come back. Spirit, anything else we need to know for group 4? What will unlock their true power? Ooh, why did I get the only chills from this card? The 7 of Swords. Typically, the 7 of Swords is, well, it could be a few things, but, in your case, I saw this as deception. Spirit, can we please clarify deception, 7 of Swords? There's deception in your life, group 4. I hate to be so blunt, but it's either coming from you or someone near you. If it's coming from you, you may not be 100% aware that you're being either inauthentic or dishonest in some way, either to yourself or others. However, if that's not resonating, the King of Wands came out. The King of Wands can represent someone in your life that could be contributing this deception, whether they're manipulative or straight up a liar, Deception is a factor here. So Spirit, how can they heal this? What do they need to know to heal this or deal with this? Jeez. Okay. Do not repeat the same battles. Do not repeat the same issues with the 9 of Wands coming through. You've already fought this battle before. It's time to put it to an end so that you can break the cycle. And the way that you can do this is by following your intuition. The High Priestess. The High Priestess is telling you with your intuition, it's telling you that you have the answer. You just have to voice it Ooh, that was powerful. You have to voice it, is what they're saying. Throat chakra healing meditations may be significant at this time. Just to sit there and, look up a guided meditation, wear the color blue, listen to healing frequencies, use crystals for the throat chakra. This could be helpful for you. Some of you, of course, your expression, your throat chakra could be directly related to the solar plexus, which is your power. So you may want to consider which chakras will help the most. I mean, I mentioned already 3, so it just really depends. Like, just take it one step at a time, if anything. Anything else, Spirit? Let me get one more, Spirit. What can you tell us about the 7 of Swords and the King of Wands? What is this? What is this? It's very curious. You're not the first group. I forget which group it was, but another group did get a similar message of a negative influence that happened to be a masculine. It doesn't necessarily mean that the person is a male, but a masculine energy is anyone that has that. I'll just leave it at that. A masculine energy. So it may be male or female in your life. We have here the Hierophant and the Hermit. Okay. Yeah. The Hierophant and the Hermit. There's been a ton of learning. You've ascended in many ways, and in ways that you're not entirely acknowledging. I see that has been the case. The moment that you dip into your psychic ability or the deeper part of yourself just by reflecting and doing the hermit work, everything opens up, everything changes, and all of a sudden you have this power to be exactly who you want to be. But the ascension is here. You see, he's meditating at the bottom of the steps, but then going up to this beautiful bright light with that geometric formation here. I don't know what this is exactly, but this is joy in this card. It's really beautiful. And this comes from the inner work, the reflection, the introspection, the solitude. You see that bright light? Just by sitting and meditating, it's brightening this person. They're both meditating, actually. Spirit's telling you it's time. It's time to look inward. It's time to spend time with you and with your guides as well. Speaking of, the spirit guides of group 4, do you have any pointers or any messages for them? The spirit guides of group 4, angels and spirit guides of group 4, please. Anything that you like to tell them. I didn't do this for the other groups. Oh my God. Thank you. They gave you the devil card. That's very strong. Okay, this is really, they're hitting the message. They're hitting it very hard. They're saying that you've been a puppet of these lower vibrations. I know that group 4, I'm well aware that this is probably not a pleasant reading, but I have to give you the messages as I see them in the blunt honesty of it. Your spirit guides said that you've been being controlled by these lower vibrations, whether they're bad habits, bad thoughts, excuse me, or your own unawareness of things. Here's the funny thing. They've been with you this entire time to help you to become enlightened. They've been guiding you towards enlightenment and ascension. They've been doing this for a while, but they want you to start to listen to them. Listen harder. Here with the 7 of Swords, you may not have been aware that you were deaf to their messages, okay? And by the way, I never want to be insulting in my readings, clearly. I don't want it to sound like you guys are totally, completely oblivious to these things. It's not that. It's more of that there's a lot more than meets the eye here. There's a lot more beneath the surface than has been showing itself to you. So that is why I'm saying that the moment that you go inward and the moment that you light a candle and work with your guides and meditate and just free yourself from these earthly issues or these lower vibrations, everything is going to come soaring out and you will be freed. You will be feeling freed from all of this. Spirit guides and angels of group 4, do you have any other messages for them? You're going to have control again. You're going to have power again. The Emperor and the Queen of Wands came out. You're going to have passion and happiness again. And you're going to be the one to create it. You see it's in her palm, the palm of her hand. Look at all the light. See? All of the light. And this is representing fire energy, both of these. Aries and Leo, maybe? I always forget. Whatever the case is. It's gonna bring light into your life. Whether it's back into your life or even to begin with. Alright? Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. Okay, Spirit, do we have any final messages for Group 4? And what will unlock their true power? You guys are psychic as heck. Like, I was about to curse. You're psychic as F. I just had to say that. I probably said it loudly, but they just told me that. And I'm just like, where you been at is the question. I don't know who is speaking right now. Where have you been, Group 4? Where have you been is the question. You've been fighting. You've probably been busy with like these battles on Earth and within yourself. Yeah, we have another angel card here. Our second chakra archangel Ariel. Yeah, the fighting and the hostilities has been in the way of your path. You have the temple path here. So your spirit guides and angels are kind of yelling at you. So sorry. They're kind of yelling at you and they're like, where have you been? Come back. Like, come, you know, so they're being very firm. I feel like that's obviously not a coincidence. Like they're really needing your attention, you know? They're needing your attention. I completely lost track of the time. I'm supposed to do something after this and I'm just like I really got into this reading. So let me just get a couple of more messages. I'm terrible. Spirit, are there any other final messages for group number 4, please? Oh my gosh. Walking away. That's incredible. It's time to walk away. It's time to free yourself. It's time to be you. It's time to be on your true authentic path. Whew. See? If you walk away, this gate, see, she's within the gate and then she's walking away. You can do this. You can do this. Face the fear, burst out of that gate, walk away from all these lower vibrations and embrace your light, group 4. Okay. And I know it's scary, but you do have plenty of angels and guides. So anytime that you feel afraid, ask them for strength, ask them for safety, ask them for love, and they will come to your side. Okay? Ooh, chills. Group 4, that's what I have for you, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sending you guys so much love and healing. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell if anything. And if this didn't resonate, feel free to pick a different group as well. But I hope it did. I hope it helped. And again, sending you more love, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.